everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is another installment in my deck review series. I hope you've been watching the other previous videos and enjoying them, and today I'm going to be presenting the Mystic Faerie Tarot. So this is quite an unusual deck, a little bit different from the normal conventional rider-waite Smith decks, but it is based on rider-waite Smith symbology. So it is a deck that you will be able to read off the back if you know the rider-waite Smith symbology or symbols. So this deck has been done by Ravenscroft, and the book has been written by Barbara Moore. I love Barbara Moore decks. She's got a lot of insight and they're very easy usually to read. She's quite a talented producer of tarot cards, really. So and she knows a lot about the tarot. She's written a lot of books, so well worth looking into her books and cards if you haven't already. So this particular deck was published by Llewellyn in 2007, and it is a 78 card deck, conventional 78 card deck. It comes in this really nice box. It's quite hardy, quite sturdy. It's got a lovely pale green drawings on it. You've got the drawing of a fairy, and it's a very delightful deck, a very whimsical kind of deck, and I'm sure you'll enjoy using it quite a bit. So the box itself has got a little bit about the cards on the back of the deck, of the box itself. So in case you're wondering what's written there. So the box is quite sturdy. It's a good way to keep your cards. It's going to keep them quite safe, and it's small enough to put into your purse, really. So I really do like the way this particular deck has been packaged. So it comes with its own little white book, and it's quite an extensive white book. It's not a couple of pages. It's, I think, about 300 pages worth of reading here, really, even though it's a small book. And it gives you a little bit about all the cards. Now this book has been written by Barbara Moore, so it's really nicely written, very easy to read. It doesn't it gives you the major arcana, the minor arcana cards. It tells you how you can, when you start off with the book, it tells you a little bit about the deck itself and what you'd use the cards for, and then it goes into that major arcana, and then it goes into the minor arcana. Now there are no diagrams, and neither does she do any reverse meanings to the cards. So these are all upright meanings, and they're pretty simple to read. It makes a really good read as well. She does end the book with a few card spreads, and this book is really nice because it's small enough to be able to fit into your handbag, put into your back pocket, and it gives you such a lot of information about the cards themselves, and it's very nicely written as well, and it gives you a few spreads, so you can take this anywhere with you, and it's going to be easy for you to read, easy for you to learn off. And even if you have an extensive knowledge of the cards, this is gives you a different insight, a different way of looking at the cards themselves. So a really good book, well worth the book. It's not like those conventional little white books that just have like one page, one word meanings of the cards. This actually goes into quite a lot of detail, so really good, and it tells you how to actually go about reading the cards themselves. Now the cards themselves are quite standard size. They're about 7 by 11.5 centimeters. They've got this gold finish to it, and it's very beautiful. It's got the 78 cards, conventional 78 cards, but usually the decks are printed in 80 cards, and the 2 extra cards, they've made a really good use of it, because they've got a fairy greeting, so when you open the deck, and a fairy farewell. So when you close the deck, these are almost like prayers that you say, at the opening and the end. So they're prayers or poems, if you like. So a greeting, an opening poem, and a fairy farewell, and ending poem. So it's really nice to do that. It will put you more in touch with your deck, and I think your deck will feel very happy if you say this to the deck. So it's got 2 lovely little poems or lovely little prayers, one to start and one to end, and I think this is a very unique way of using those 2 extra cards, and also it allows you to be able to get in touch with your deck on a much more personal level. And the back of the cards have got these sort of knots, wooden knot designs on it, and it's in a palish sort of green, if you can see it there. It's got a border that's got that goldish border, and this looks like the green man. It looks like tree knots there, really. So very beautiful design. They are reversible, even though she doesn't do reverse meanings to the cards. The cards themselves are reversible. So I'm going to just take you through the deck itself and show you all the cards in the deck. So you've got the Fool card there, and she's numbered it on the top there. You can see you've got the Roman numerals on the top there. It's got a nice gold border, and then the title of the card at the bottom, so that you can't miss what the card is, and some beautiful artwork going through it. Very, very organic kind of design going through the cards themselves. So this is the Fool, the Magician, the Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Priest, which would be the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot. So they're slightly different in design from the rider-waite Smith, but you've got the basic symbols there anyway. So this is the Chariot, the Strength card, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice, the Hanged Fae, which would be the Hanged Man in the usual deck, the Death card, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower. It's a very pretty tower. Usually the Tower is such an ominous card. So this is the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, and the World. All these cards, the diagrams are based on what would go on in your garden, if you had fairies in your garden. So this is almost what is going on within the garden, at the bottom of your garden where all the fairies congregate. So it's a very, very beautiful deck. You've got the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups. And then you've got the Knave of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. So that's the cup suit. Then you've got the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords. This is the Ten of Swords. The Knave of Swords, the Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. And this is the Wand suit, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. And this is the Knave of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. And finally the Pentacle suit. This is the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Then you've got the Knave of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Now the deck itself is quite unusual. It's quite different. Well, not so different from the rider-waite that you can't use it, but there are a lot of differences. But it will be easy for you to adapt to it. But also the way the book is written is fair. It explains everything so nicely, so there shouldn't be any problems actually adapting your rider-waite Smith decks or whatever you've learned using the rider-waite Smith decks to use this deck, and it should be pretty easy for you to read. It's a really lovely deck. There's nothing offensive on the deck itself, and it's such a calming deck. It's got such beautiful energy running through it. So I hope you've enjoyed this deck review. I'll put links to Amazon and eBay so you can buy the deck or even go and view the decks. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if you've enjoyed this particular deck review. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.